this isn't random. Heaven chose this exact moment to speak something over your life, to reveal what has been happening behind the scenes, to cover you before the next door opens. And beloved, this is not just a message. It's a visitation. You didn't stumble into this by accident. Your spirit was drawn here. There are things that have been circling your name in the heavenly realm. And now, it's time you knew. Even while you were asleep last night, heaven was not silent. The Spirit of the Lord hovered. The atmosphere around your bed shifted. And angels stood watch, not just above you, but around you, because something was being prepared. And this is your confirmation. Psalm 91:11 declares, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Did you hear that command? Not request, not suggest, but command. God himself gave an order, and that order had your name on it. Archangel Michael, the warring angel, the defender of the chosen, has been assigned to your life. Right now, he is standing in a divine window, a sacred moment of visitation, speaking this word into the atmosphere of your soul. You are covered. You are not forgotten, and you are not exposed to what's coming next. Because heaven moved first, there were things trying to reach you last week. Spiritual interference, attacks of confusion, weariness, even despair. But they didn't touch you the way they intended. Why? Because something was blocking them. Someone was standing between your life and that assignment of darkness. It was not luck. It was not a coincidence. It was protection. And now heaven wants you to know it. Because what has been happening in secret is being revealed in this sacred moment. There's a reason you didn't lose your mind. There's a reason the car didn't crash. There's a reason that bad news didn't reach you the way it reached others. You have been walking beneath a covering, a divine shield that is not made of metal or stone, but of commanded light. Archangel Michael reveals this now. Your life has been the subject of heavenly assignments. You weren't just surviving, you were being preserved. There were scrolls opened, instructions given. Heaven said, surround them until they awaken. And beloved, you're waking up now. That restless stirring you've been feeling, that quiet sense that something is going on in your life. It's not anxiety. It's not imagination. It's the residue of angels moving on your behalf. You are standing in a window of divine timing, a moment when the invisible is becoming visible. And Archangel Michael is standing in that window, whispering, they need to hear this now, not tomorrow, not later, now. Beloved, God has been protecting you from what you never even knew was trying to take you out. You didn't feel the full force of the spiritual attack because the shield went up before the blow came down. Heaven doesn't always wait for you to ask. Sometimes it moves because you were chosen. You've been kept for this hour, covered in a way you couldn't see. Until now. And I declare this over you, you are under divine protection. Your life has not been left open. Your family has not been left unguarded. The plans of the enemy have been intercepted. Say this aloud, I am covered. I am chosen. I am not here by chance. Type it in the comments if you're receiving this. Heaven chose this moment for me. Let this become your new atmosphere. Let these words surround your home like a ring of light. Right now, Archangel Michael is not just speaking, he is standing. And where he stands, darkness cannot linger. You may not have realized it until now, but you've been walking under the command of Psalm 91. He will command his angels concerning you, not to visit you once, but to guard you in all your ways. And that includes this moment, this hour, this crossroads, even this pain you're still carrying. Beloved, healing has already begun. Even in your sleep, restoration was being whispered over your body. The illness that tried to grow in your cells was silenced. The torment that tried to rise in your thoughts was drowned out by angelic song. You didn't see it, but now you will feel it. The weight is lifting. The fear is fading. The protection is settling in. You are not here to wonder if God still remembers you. You are here because heaven is reminding you that He never forgot. The very breath in your lungs right now is proof. So rest in this. You are covered. You are surrounded. And this message, it didn't just find you. It was sent to you. And it's only the beginning. Because what's being revealed in the next part will show you just how close danger came and how heaven intervened. Stay with me. Something is about to be uncovered. Before we go further, seal this word by writing "Healing is mine" in the comments. Let heaven see your agreement and your miracle begin. There was a battle over your body, your mind, your future. And you didn't even see it. But heaven did. And heaven stepped in. Beloved, you weren't just tired for no reason. You weren't just anxious for no reason. That betrayal that nearly broke you, that lingering illness that doctors couldn't name, that fog of confusion that made you question everything. It wasn't all psychological. It wasn't just stress. It was warfare. There has been a spiritual assignment sent against you. And the reason you're still standing is because Archangel Michael intercepted it. Isaiah 54:17 declares, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn." This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. That verse didn't just sound beautiful. It became your shield. There were weapons, formed in the dark, aimed at your weakness, targeted to destroy your joy, your clarity, your peace. But none of them prospered. Why? Because God didn't let them. Because Michael stood at the gate of your name and said, "Not this one, not on my watch." You've been wondering why certain things haven't worked out, why relationships crumbled, why your health seemed unstable, why your spirit felt drained even after rest. It's not because you're broken. It's because you've been under attack. The enemy has been trying to wear you down through subtle patterns, whispers of worthlessness, delay after delay, cycles of almost and not yet, storms rising right before breakthrough. And still, you're here, still breathing, still seeking, still listening. That is not weakness. That is evidence that heaven has kept you covered in the middle of a hidden war. There are some wounds you can't explain, some heaviness that doesn't match your circumstances, some seasons that feel cursed but are actually being contested. Why? Because you're not just someone with potential. You are someone carrying divine inheritance. That makes you a target. But more importantly, it makes you a threat. Archangel Michael didn't just defend you out of pity. He defended you because he saw the assignment over your life. He saw the prayers buried in your lineage. He saw the chains you were born to break. Yes, you've been under attack, but you're not just the target. You are the turning point. You were sent into your family line to end patterns of pain, to reverse cycles, to rewrite legacy. That's why it's been so hard. That's why the warfare has been so personal. Because the enemy recognized something in you, even before you did. But hear me now. What was hidden is being exposed. The blockages that have delayed your healing are breaking. The strongholds that once clouded your thinking are lifting. The deception that tried to steal your identity is being unraveled. God is not just healing your body, He's restoring the clarity of your spirit. He's removing the fog. He's lifting the weight. He's revealing the strategy the enemy used, so it can never touch you the same way again. And I declare this over your life right now. You are not under attack anymore. You are under restoration. You are not the victim of a curse. You are the breaker of it. What delayed you before will no longer deny you. Say it aloud if you can. I've been attacked, but I've been protected, and now I will rise. Type it in the comments if this resonates with your spirit. The attack didn't win. I'm still here, because being here right now, listening to this very moment, is the proof. The people who were supposed to support you may have turned away. The plans you counted on may have fallen through. But heaven never withdrew its covering. God never removed his assignment from your name. And Archangel Michael, he never stopped standing. There were nights your body should have collapsed, but didn't. There were mornings your mind should have shattered, but held. There were moments when quitting looked reasonable, but something unseen told you to keep going. That something was heaven. That whisper was protection. That unexplainable strength was the hand of the Lord holding you together. And now the veil is being lifted. You're not crazy. You're not making it up. There was a battle, but there was also a victory. And that victory is yours. Your healing may have felt delayed, but it wasn't denied. God was waiting until the spiritual resistance broke, and it just did. Archangel Michael reveals the weapons were real, but so was the shield. The danger was near, but not permitted to touch you. The war was fierce, but heaven was fiercer. The assignment that came for you has been returned to sender. You are no longer being chased by darkness. You are being led by light. So receive this truth. You're not under attack anymore. You're under divine command. God has commanded restoration. He's commanded peace. He's commanded wholeness. And you are stepping into it. This is why things have felt strange lately. Because the shift is already happening, and the angels are clearing the path ahead of you. But there's more. There's something heaven needs to show you. Because what you felt in the night wasn't just spiritual warfare, it was awakening. And in the next part, you'll understand why your body, your sleep, your dreams have all been part of the message. Stay with me. What you sensed in the darkness is about to be confirmed in the light. That chill in your chest, that flicker of light that came and went, that strange waking at 3:00 a.m. It wasn't just in your head. Beloved, you didn't imagine it. You didn't dream it. You didn't make it up. You sensed something because something was happening. Last night, as your body lay still, your spirit was wide awake, and heaven was near. Psalm 121:4 says, "He who watches over you will not slumber indeed. He who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep." The same God who watched over Israel watched over you last night. While the world was sleeping, heaven was moving. The angels were not resting. They were surrounding. Michael was stationed at the gate. Gabriel was speaking your name aloud. Raphael was preparing healing for what your body didn't even know was broken. You felt it in your chest, didn't you? That sudden tightness. Then peace. The pressure. Then release. It was not fear. It was presence. There was a moment when your breath caught, and you looked around the room feeling like someone or something had just passed through. It had. Not in fear, but in fire. Heaven touched your timeline. Light entered your space. Your name was whispered in the chambers of the throne room. And when it was, The atmosphere around you responded. You didn't just sense something. You witnessed something. With your spirit before your mind could catch up. Because you, my beloved child, are more sensitive to the spirit than you've allowed yourself to believe. And heaven is validating that right now. The chills, the shivers, the unexplainable stillness that fell over the room. That wasn't coincidence. It was recognition. Your soul was recognizing that something divine had entered the atmosphere. And not just anything, but someone. Archangel Michael was there. Gabriel was there. Raphael was there. They weren't watching from afar. They were near, standing in light, guarding your sleep, positioning the next part of your life. And heaven wants you to know you're not going crazy. You're awakening. You've been feeling things others didn't, sensing shifts others overlooked. You've been waking up at strange hours, feeling a nudge to pray or just be still. That's not restlessness. That's divine prompting. Your spirit is tuned in to something larger than your surroundings. And you're not late. You're not broken. You're sensitive to the unseen. Because long before healing shows up in the body, it whispers to the spirit. And last night, your spirit was listening. It heard the rustle of angelic wings. It heard the sound of your name written in golden light. It heard the assignment forming, and the answer beginning to unfold. You didn't have to understand it to be part of it. You only had to be present, and you were. This is why heaven is speaking to you now, to confirm what you sensed, to honor your awareness, to comfort the part of you that's been doubting what you felt. And I declare this over you. You are not confused. You are connected. You are not spiritually broken. You are being spiritually awakened. You are not going mad. You are being made sensitive to the move of God. Say it aloud, I felt something because heaven was near. I'm not imagining it. I'm receiving it. Type it in the comments if you believe it. I'm awakening. I'm aligned. I'm aware. You are not the same as you were yesterday. Something shifted. Heaven did something invisible that is about to become undeniable. The flicker of light, it was an angel standing guard. The cold in the room. It wasn't weather. It was a spiritual encounter. The sudden calm that was divine peace descending like a blanket on your soul. And listen closely. You're going to notice it again. In your room. In your car. In the middle of a conversation that doesn't make sense until it suddenly does. Because the awakening isn't over. It's just beginning. God is rewiring your senses to recognize Him. In light, in silence, in stillness, in divine interruption. No longer will you dismiss those moments as nothing. No longer will you brush off the chills, the dreams, the sudden tears. They are part of your spiritual sensitivity. They are part of your assignment. Michael didn't just visit you last night. He's still near. Gabriel didn't just speak once. He's still releasing the next lines of your story. Raphael didn't just wave his hand. He is still ministering healing into your body, into your memory, into the places that ache in silence. Beloved, you are not broken. You are in process. And heaven is confirming what you already felt was real. So breathe now. Let this settle in your spirit. Let this wrap around the part of you that doubted. Because the moment you felt last night, that strange moment, was not just emotional. It was sacred. God saw you wake up. He watched as you looked into the darkness. And He said, "They feel me. They hear me. Now let me speak to them." And here you are, hearing this message, not by chance, not by scrolling, but by summoning. Heaven summoned you to this, to remind you you were there. You were chosen. You are awakening. And in the next part, you'll begin to see how the healing didn't start today. It began last night. While you slept, while you wept, while the angels whispered, the healing has already started. And now, it will unfold before you even asked. Heaven began to move in your favor. Before you opened your mouth, your name was already on God's lips. Before the doctor's report, before the heartbreak, before the confusion, healing was already being written into your story. My beloved child, you didn't miss the miracle. You didn't start too late. You're not catching up. You're right on time. Because the healing has already started. Last night, as you slept, angels were sent, not just to watch over you, but to begin repairing the very places that hurt the most. Physical pain, emotional fatigue, generational wounds. These weren't just noted. They were targeted by heaven's healing command. Jeremiah 30:17 declares, "I will restore your health and heal your wounds, declares the Lord, because you are called an outcast, Zion, for whom no one cares." God saw where you were bleeding, not just on the outside, but in the places no one sees. He saw the tightness in your chest, the fatigue that medicine couldn't explain, the grief buried under. "I'm okay," smile. He saw it all, and he didn't wait for you to scream for help. He moved, he sent healing. And now, it has begun. Archangel Michael stood at the threshold between sickness and wholeness. Sword not raised to fight, but lowered, to separate what could not cross over. He stood at the veil and said, "This far, no further. They have carried this long enough." And the Spirit of God agreed. So healing was released, not loud, not dramatic, not in a blaze of thunder, but in a whisper, a breath, a shift in the air around your bed. Healing doesn't always arrive with fireworks. It often begins in silence, in stillness, in the quiet sigh you made without realizing it, in the tear that slipped down your cheek as you drifted off to sleep, in the way your body settled differently last night. Not in fear, but in surrender. You didn't feel all of it, but your cells responded. Your heart rate shifted. Your nervous system softened. Your immune system received instructions from heaven. Right now, as you hear this, your body is still responding to divine command, because the healing didn't stop when you woke up. It's still happening. Right now, in your chest, in your bones, in your bloodstream. What was blocked is beginning to flow. What was inflamed is beginning to calm. What was numb is beginning to feel again. Heaven has spoken restoration over you. And when God speaks healing, nothing stays the same. Archangel Raphael, the angel of healing, was not far last night. He was present. He laid his hand on your sleep. He spoke peace over your nervous system. He whispered repair into the places where trauma had settled. Even now, there are things being reversed. Cycles that ran in your family line, cycles of sickness, fear, chronic fatigue, mental fog, are being cut off from your life. Because you are not just being healed, you are being cleansed. You are not just being patched up, you are being recoded. The trauma that tried to stay is being evicted. The inheritance of pain that tried to pass down has been stopped with you. You are not the carrier of pain anymore. You are the breaker of it. You are the first in your family to be fully healed in spirit, soul, and body. You are the one heaven chose to end the pattern. And that's why the healing had to start in silence, so the enemy couldn't interrupt it. Beloved, this is not imagination. This is real. You may not have a doctor's report yet, but you have a divine report. Heaven says you are healing. Heaven says you are already changing. Even the way you think is being restored. Old thoughts are being untangled. The way you speak about yourself is being softened. The shame you carried is being dissolved. The guilt that lingered is being replaced with grace. Say this with me now. I am healing. I receive what heaven has started in me. Say it again. Even in silence, God is moving in my body and soul. Type it in the comments. If you know this is for you, the healing has already started. You're not waiting on a sign. You are the sign. You are the evidence that God still touches earth. You are walking proof that pain doesn't get the final word, that silence doesn't mean absence, that God heals in layers, and the first layer is already complete. Some of the weariness you're feeling today is not from stress. It's the afterglow of angelic surgery. Your spirit is adjusting. Your body is recalibrating. The inflammation is subsiding. The fog is lifting. The pain is breaking apart, because the timeline of pain is being reversed. What took years to build up, God is dissolving in moments. What was buried deep in childhood, God is now healing through the power of remembrance and release. Beloved, you're not being punished. You're being purified. You're not being slowed down. You're being stabilized. You're not being forgotten. You're being fixed in place so the blessing doesn't miss you. This is not a delay. This is the beginning of wellness. And this is just the start. Because in the next part, you'll see what happens when healing doesn't just touch you, but begins to surround you. Stay close, because you're not just being healed, you're being covered. You're not alone in this room. Heaven has assigned angels to stand watch. Even now, your atmosphere is shifting. Even now, your space is being sealed in light. Beloved child, you may feel like you've been walking through this season alone, but heaven sees something different. You are surrounded. Right now, as you hear these words, a divine circle has formed around you. Angels, that silent, radiant scent, are stationed over the corners of your home, not above you in some distant cloud, but present in your room, right here, right now. Psalm 91:11 says, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Not suggest, not ask, command. Heaven didn't just offer protection, it assigned it, and it assigned it to you. These angels are not passive, they are not ornamental. They are warriors, watchmen, sentinels of divine defense. Archangel Michael is one of them, and he carries a sword, but not to attack, to defend. He has been posted beside your name for such a time as this. And now he's positioned beside your bed, beside your door, beside the places where fear used to whisper. Because heaven has made a decision. This place where you live, where you sleep, where you cry, where you hope, has now become holy ground. Fear must exit. Dread must dissolve. The spirit of confusion, heaviness, and harassment is being driven out by the weight of divine presence. Listen closely. That tightness in the air, that sudden stillness, that shift you feel in your chest right now, it's not anxiety, it's arrival. The divine presence has entered your atmosphere. You are surrounded, you are covered, you are held. Your home is no longer just brick and walls. It is now a sanctuary. Your bed is no longer just where you rest. It is now an altar. The floor beneath your feet is no longer just wood or tile. It is now holy ground. Because God has declared, "This is where my child rests. This is where my angels will remain. This is where my healing will flow unhindered." You didn't have to pray perfectly for this to happen. You didn't have to earn it. You didn't have to be sinless or spotless. You just had to survive until now. And you did. You've walked through dark rooms and darker thoughts. But you made it here. You've sat awake through long nights. But heaven saw every one of them. You felt surrounded by problems, by noise, by pressure. But now, you are surrounded by presence. Heaven has taken position around your life. Michael at your right, Gabriel at your left, Raphael at your back, angels on post over your doors and windows. Not one corner is left uncovered. This isn't imagination. It's spiritual reality. And your body can feel it. Your spirit recognizes it. That sudden peace, that gentle exhale you just took. That's your soul responding to the safety it finally feels. Archangel Michael didn't just come for a visit. He came with orders. Orders to guard you, to defend your children, to shut the mouths of devourers, to cancel every demonic surveillance watching your progress. You are no longer being stalked by fear. You are being escorted by light. Let this settle in. You are not alone, even when the phone is silent, even when the room feels empty, even when the night stretches long and cold. You are not alone. There are angels beside you. There are angels covering your doorway. There are angels watching over your sleep. And they do not slumber. You can rest, because heaven does not. Psalm 121, 3-4 says, "He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep." The same God who watched over a nation is watching over you. And I declare this over your environment right now. Your room is safe. Your home is holy. Your sleep is protected. Your children are covered. Your atmosphere is guarded by the armies of heaven. Say it aloud with me. I am surrounded. I am covered. This place is holy ground. Type it in the comments if you believe it. My home is under divine protection. Let this become your confession, because your words are being woven into the space around you. Even now, angels are responding. They are marking your house with light. They are standing between you and what once haunted you. They are pushing back the invisible darkness that tried to seep in through exhaustion and fear. And now, a new atmosphere has settled. You may feel warmth. You may feel stillness. You may feel nothing at all. But the shift has happened. You are in the presence of protection. And in that presence, your nervous system can rest. Your thoughts can stop racing. Your shoulders can come down. Your heart can beat without panic. Your home is not under threat. It is under command. Heaven's command. Archangel Michael whispers, they don't have to fear what tomorrow holds. They are not alone. We are not leaving. And beloved, they won't. In the next part, you will understand why you felt so disconnected from your true self, and how heaven is about to restore your identity. But for now, just breathe. Let the presence fill the room. Let the atmosphere shift. Let your spirit know. You are surrounded. You've been carrying weight that heaven never meant for you to carry. And most of it was never even yours. Words spoken over you. Lies whispered to you. Labels put on you when you were too young to know any better. Expectations that crushed your voice. And comparisons that made you question your worth. Beloved child, somewhere along the way, you forgot who you really are. Not because you failed, but because life tried to bury you beneath false names. They called you broken. They called you too emotional, too quiet, too much, too late, too slow, unworthy, unseen, unimportant, unwanted. But heaven never agreed with that. In fact, your real name is still glowing in the book of life, untouched by what people said, unaltered by what you went through. And right now, Archangel Michael is holding that book open, reading it over you again, restoring what was lost, reclaiming what was distorted, renaming what was damaged. Because protection doesn't just cover your body, it covers your identity. 1 Peter 2:9 says, "You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. Did you hear that, chosen? Royal, holy, special, called out, brought into light. That's who you are. You are not what happened to you. You are not the mistake you made. You are not the failure they labeled you with. You are not your struggle. You are not your weakness. You are not your fear. You are who God says you are. You are marked, named, claimed, and heaven never changed its mind about you. Archangel Michael has seen the lies you've believed, and today, he's been sent to erase them. He's seen the enemy try to wrap your identity in shame, in performance, in perfectionism, in unworthiness. But Michael carries a sword, and he's using it now to cut those names off you. You will not answer to not enough anymore. You will not answer to too broken. You will not answer to second choice, because heaven never wrote those names on your scroll. The name God gave you is still there. And today that name is being restored. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are not small. You are not left behind. You are seen. You are called. You are needed. You are dangerous to darkness. That's why your identity was attacked in the first place. The enemy doesn't waste time on people with no purpose. He saw something glowing around your name, and he tried to bury it. But the glow never left. It just got covered in pain. And now heaven is pulling back the veil. So I declare this over you: you are not lost. You are returning. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not your past. You are your promise. Say it out loud. I am not what they called me. I am who God says I am. Say it again. My identity is protected. Heaven is restoring my name. Type it in the comments: I receive my identity. And if someone comes to mind who needs to hear this, share it with them. You never know who's silently forgetting themselves. This message could restore someone else's name too. Beloved, you were never meant to wear the name tags handed to you by fear culture, trauma, or insecurity. Your identity has been sealed in glory from the very beginning. Before the pain, before the confusion, before the years that broke your confidence, your name was already written, and God never erased it. Michael is holding that name before the throne right now. The Father is nodding, and heaven is speaking again. Remind them. Remind them who they are. Tell them they were never abandoned. Tell them the truth is still intact. So I'm telling you now, you are royalty. You are chosen. You are God's beloved possession. You are being called out of darkness into marvelous light. That's why things have felt unfamiliar lately, because heaven is rewriting your story, and your spirit is catching up to what's already been said in heaven. This message isn't just encouragement. It's alignment. It's correction. It's restoration. You don't have to earn your way back to your name. You just have to receive it. Right here. Right now. Heaven is handing you back your identity. Not the one shaped by people, but the one shaped by purpose. So rest in this. You're still who God says you are. And nothing that happened, no failure, no delay, no detour, can change that. And in the next part, you'll begin to understand why it's all happening now. Why this restoration, this timing, this identity shift is not just about your healing, but about heaven's schedule. Because what's coming next was always going to happen tonight. You're not behind schedule. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You're right on divine time. Beloved, this was always going to happen tonight. Everything that felt delayed, everything that seemed stuck, everything you thought had passed you by, was actually being prepared for this moment. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the heaven." This is your time. This is your season. And what you're stepping into now was written on heaven's calendar long before you ever felt the delay. Heaven didn't forget you. Heaven didn't fall behind. Heaven was orchestrating. While you were waiting, God was weaving. While you were asking why, He was aligning the when. Archangel Michael didn't just arrive tonight. He's been standing guard, waiting for the window to open, waiting for the light to shift, waiting for the divine signal. And now, it's here. There is a rhythm in heaven that doesn't match the rhythm of this world. And while the world told you you're late, heaven was whispering, wait. Not yet. Almost. And now, heaven says go. This is not coincidence. This is choreography. Divine timing has caught up with divine purpose. You've been feeling the stirring all day, the sense that something is about to unfold. That isn't anxiety. That isn't wishful thinking. That is spiritual awareness. Your spirit knows what your mind hasn't fully realized. This night was marked. This moment was chosen. This unfolding was always scheduled. Even the things that felt like detours were actually rehearsals. Even the doors that didn't open were protecting the timing of the one that will. You've been watching everyone else's progress, wondering why yours seems so slow. But God was never measuring you by speed. He was measuring you by alignment. Because when heaven moves, it doesn't need 10 years. It can compress what took others decades into one moment of now. You are standing in that now. This is not a delay. This is divine acceleration. The missed calls, the changed plans, the sudden pauses, the unexpected reroutes. They were never mistakes. They were markers. They were signs that heaven was positioning you for tonight. Michael waited for the order. Gabriel held the message. Raphael prepared the restoration. And all three are present now. Because the moment has arrived. You are not trying to catch up. You are being caught up in a divine flow. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to push your way through. You just need to walk through the door that's opening. Heaven has chosen this day to bring protection into manifestation. All the invisible covering, the unseen warfare, the hidden defense, the quiet healings are now becoming visible. You will start to notice how things begin to align. Sudden clarity, sudden connections, sudden peace, sudden favor. It may feel like it's happening fast, but in truth, it's been happening for a long time. You're just finally seeing it unfold. Say this aloud with me. I am right on time. I am aligned with heaven's calendar. This was always going to happen tonight. Type it in the comments. If your spirit agrees, I receive heaven's timing. I'm not late. I'm aligned. Let these words settle into your heart. You didn't miss the window. You didn't mess up the moment. You didn't disqualify yourself. What heaven wrote cannot be erased by human error. What God sealed over your life cannot be delayed by the decisions of others. You've been prepared for this. You've been preserved for this. And now, you've arrived in it. This is not just timing. This is divine strategy. God had to protect your momentum. He had to ensure the healing had started. He had to restore your identity. He had to clear your atmosphere. And now, with all those pieces in place, the release can begin. You are not entering randomly. You are entering right on cue. Heaven has been counting down. And this moment, this hour, this night was always the beginning of the next chapter. Michael is no longer just waiting. He is moving. Gabriel is no longer just holding the message, he is releasing it. Raphael is no longer just preparing the healing, he is pouring it into every part of your life. Everything is in motion, and so are you. So breathe. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the comparison. Let go of the guilt. You didn't miss it. This was always going to happen tonight. And in the next part, you'll understand why. Because heaven didn't just choose this moment for you. It chose you for your entire bloodline. You are the legacy heaven fought to preserve. You weren't just chosen. You are the answer to someone else's prayer. Someone cried out generations ago, and heaven kept your name hidden until now. You're not just living through a miracle. You are the miracle. Beloved, you are not random. You are not accidental. You are not just a survivor of pain. You are a preserved one. Heaven has been watching your bloodline long before you took your first breath. And your name was circled in light. Psalm 103:17 says, "But from everlasting to everlasting the Lord's love is with those who fear him, and his righteousness with their children's children." You are a child of the everlasting. You are the fruit of righteousness passed down even when it seemed lost. You are the continuation of a holy promise spoken over your lineage long before you understood the weight of your own voice. There were things assigned to destroy your family line, patterns that sought to repeat, addictions, depression, shame, abandonment, generational pain passed like inheritance. But then you arrived, and heaven stood still, because the one who would break the cycle had been born. You are the one who refused to bow to darkness. You are the one who questioned the pain instead of repeating it. You are the one who saw the brokenness and said, "This cannot continue." Beloved, the enemy didn't just try to attack you. He tried to cancel your line, but he failed. Because heaven had already assigned protection. Archangel Michael didn't just come last night. He's been stationed over your name for decades, for generations, carrying a sword not just for your body, but for your legacy. He's been standing at the threshold every time destruction came too close. Every time it looked like your story would be cut off. Michael stood up and said, "Not this one. This one carries the next chapter." You are here today because heaven would not let your story be erased. Your survival wasn't lucky. It was prophetic. Every close call, every near death, every moment where you didn't know how you'd get through was a sign that the covering was active. You weren't just being rescued, you were being preserved. And now the covering is expanding because the healing flowing through your life is not meant to stop with you. This is generational healing. This is inheritance restoration. This is the moment where your children's children receive the benefit of your battle. You're breaking what tried to continue. You're rewriting what tried to repeat. You're healing what tried to harden. And you're doing it because heaven said, "Enough. Let the curse stop here." This is why it's been so hard, why your warfare has felt heavier than others, why your tears have been deeper, because your role is greater. You're not just living for yourself, you're living for legacy. The strength you've had to carry wasn't punishment, it was preservation. You were chosen to hold a line in the spirit that others couldn't hold. And now, you're being rewarded. Your prayers are changing rooms. Your obedience is rewriting timelines. Your surrender is unlocking vaults for those who haven't even been born yet. You're standing in a holy moment. You are the link between what was and what will never be again. And heaven is honoring that. Right now, there are scrolls unrolling in the chambers of light. And next to the names of those who went before you, your name is glowing. because you are the answer to their prayers. You are the redemption of what they thought was lost. You are the restoration of what sin tried to steal. You are the legacy heaven fought to preserve. So I declare this over you: you are chosen for generations. You are anointed to end cycles. You are assigned to build what the enemy tried to burn. You are the beginning of blessing. Say it aloud: I am the legacy heaven preserved. My life is not small. My life is sacred. Type it in the comments if you know this truth is yours. The curse ends with me. The blessing begins now. Let the weight of that settle. Let the tears come if they need to. Because this is a holy release. A deep exhale of the Spirit that has carried what others never spoke of. You are not cursed. You are not bound. You are not just surviving. You are rebuilding, and heaven is with you. You are not walking in the dark. You are walking in fulfillment. You are not following broken footsteps. You are walking in steps ordered by the Lord. Michael has gone before you. Gabriel is releasing word into your future. Raphael is healing every root system, emotional, physical, spiritual. So the fruit that grows from you will be whole. You are not who your history tried to make you. You are who heaven declared you to be. This is not just your healing. This is your heritage. And in the next part, you'll begin to recognize the signs, the confirmations, the sacred echoes that have been surrounding you all along. Heaven has been speaking. Now you'll start to see it. Those chills on your skin, the numbers you keep seeing, the strange pause before a decision, the whisper you heard when no one was around. They were never just coincidence. Heaven has been speaking. And now, you are learning how to hear. You didn't imagine it. You didn't make it up. That flicker of light in the hallway, that dream that felt too real to ignore, the scripture that kept showing up everywhere. Beloved, those were divine signals. Isaiah 30:21 says, "Your ears will hear a word behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" Whenever you turn to the right or to the left, you were being guided. What looked like a distraction was actually direction. What felt like a random delay was heaven adjusting the timing so you'd meet the right person, say yes to the right moment, and be positioned for what's coming next. You've been hearing God more than you know. Let me say that again. For the soul that still doubts, you've been hearing God more than you know. You just didn't know how to name it. But now, heaven is giving you language. Every time you paused before speaking, that was the Spirit. Every time your stomach turned in a room, that was discernment. Every time your eyes teared up without explanation, that was a signal from glory. Pay attention. This is sacred. Archangel Michael doesn't always show up with thunder. Sometimes he shows up in a gentle breeze that moves your curtains at midnight as a sign you are not alone in this room. Sometimes he walks ahead of you through a doorway, not to scare you, but to clear the space before you arrive. Sometimes he leaves the impression of warmth on the right side of your body. Just so you know, you're not walking into this meeting alone. This is not superstition. This is supernatural confirmation. The kingdom of God is alive, and it speaks. And the fact that you're still hearing, even after all the trauma, all the noise, all the lies you've had to fight off, is proof that heaven never stopped reaching for you. The signs weren't just comfort. They were strategy. Heaven was leaving breadcrumbs for you to follow. And you did. Every time you obeyed that small inner nudge. Every time you walked away from the wrong place. Every time you said no, even when you didn't understand why. You were following the voice of the Lord. Let this settle in your heart. You are sensitive to the Spirit. You are spiritually awake. You are not crazy. You are called. Type it in the comments if you feel it in your spirit. I hear heaven. I follow the signs. Your discernment is not broken. It's being sharpened. The world may have told you to second-guess yourself. But heaven is saying tonight, trust what I placed in you. You are not someone who needs to be convinced anymore. You are someone who needs to be confirmed. That repeating number you saw earlier today, it aligned with the chapter of scripture you just opened. That feeling to check on a loved one out of nowhere, it saved them from depression. That moment you turned on this video when you weren't even looking for it was heaven's appointment. Heaven doesn't need loud signs to speak. It needs a willing soul to listen. And you have been listening more than you realize. You're not just being drawn into information, you're being initiated into revelation. That's why the signs are increasing, because your spiritual eyes are opening. Your heart is tuning. Your ears are stretching toward the frequency of heaven. Archangel Michael has been marking the path. You've been walking through rooms he already cleared. You've been navigating battles he already won. And when you doubted your decisions, he stood behind you and whispered, "You are not walking alone." Beloved, even when your mind was unsure, your spirit knew. And that's what heaven has been responding to. It wasn't your perfection. It was your posture. Even confused, you stayed open. Even tired, you stayed listening. Even discouraged, you looked up. And heaven saw it. Tonight, the confusion breaks. Tonight, the signs you've seen are being confirmed. Tonight, your discernment is being honored. I declare over you now, you will no longer ignore the signs. You will no longer minimize the miracles. You will no longer question your sensitivity. Your discernment is divine. Your awareness is anointed. Your instincts are being realigned with heaven's frequency. Say it aloud with me. I hear God. I follow heaven. I trust what he shows me. You are not just spiritual. You are prophetic. You don't need to strive. You need to stay open. So tonight, ask the Lord, show me the signs that are meant for me. Give me eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart to obey, because the signs are going to intensify. And next, your clarity is going to activate. In the next part, you'll feel the shift as Archangel Michael opens the pathway into your new instructions. The signs brought you here. Now heaven will show you what to do next. Beloved, what was sealed last night in the courts of heaven has already begun to unfold in your life. This isn't a message about waiting anymore. This is a message about receiving. The scroll has been opened. The angel has been dispatched. The prophecy is no longer pending. It's in motion. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to strive. You simply need to align with it. Archangel Michael was not just guarding your life. He was carrying a scroll with your name written across it. And last night, that scroll was unsealed. It wasn't ink. It was light. The words heaven wrote about you glowed with the authority of the Most High. Habakkuk 2:3 says, "For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." Hear this clearly. The delay has been removed. The delivery has begun. What felt like long seasons of silence was not denial. It was divine timing. And tonight, that timing has tipped. The scale has shifted. The windows have opened. The someday has become now. The restoration you've been praying for, it's already being arranged. The phone call you've been waiting on, the person is already thinking of you. The provision that seemed impossible, it has already been assigned. Heaven does not tease. Heaven delivers. And you are in your receiving season. You've sowed in tears. You've worshiped while wounded. You've stayed faithful in the dark. And now, Heaven says enough waiting. I declare over you right now. The movement has begun. The barriers are breaking. The confirmations are coming. The help is arriving. The instructions are releasing. The answer is unfolding. You are not stuck. You are stepping in. You are not wandering. You are being positioned. You are not lost. You are being aligned with the exact coordinates of heaven's blueprint for your life. Say it aloud. It's already in motion. Say it with faith. Say it with tears if you have to. But say it, because your words are no longer waiting in a vacuum. They're echoing through angelic corridors. And Archangel Michael is standing by the gate, not holding back your blessing, but guarding it as it arrives. You didn't miss your moment. Your moment was waiting for your maturity. And now, you're ready. That's why the doors are beginning to creak open. That's why the email came through. That's why the peace you feel right now is so heavy and holy. It's not false hope. It's fulfilled promise. And the people God is about to send into your life, they've been receiving instructions about you. Heaven has spoken your name in rooms you haven't even entered yet. And when you arrive, you'll realize it wasn't a setup. It was a divine appointment. You will no longer strive to be seen. You will walk into rooms already expecting you. You will no longer pray out of panic. You will rest in confirmation. You will no longer chase healing. You will walk in it. Say this now with me. Not as a wish, but as a witness. Heaven is moving for me. I receive what's already in motion. Comment it now. I'm ready to receive. And if you know someone who's been waiting for their breakthrough, share this message. Let it activate their promise too. You've been faithful in the waiting room. But now heaven has called your name. It's your turn to walk through the door. So breathe deeply. Let go of the stress. Let go of the fear. Let go of the lies that told you it would always be this hard. It won't. God is giving you peace that confirms the movement. People who confirm the instruction. Provision that confirms the purpose. And you'll know it's Him, because you won't feel anxious anymore. You'll feel ready. That's the key to this season. Not desperation, not striving, but readiness. Heaven does not reward perfection. It rewards positioning. And beloved, you are in position. So don't be surprised when the text comes. Don't second-guess the open door. Don't talk yourself out of what you've been praying for. Just whisper, "Thank you, God. You kept me alive for this." Because truly, He did. Heaven is not giving you what you want out of pity. He's releasing what was already written with your name on it. And that's why you're feeling it now. That's why the tears won't stop. That's why your spirit is leaning in. Because it's happening. Say it again, it's already in motion. And in part 11, Archangel Michael will reveal why heaven has been honoring you. Even when the world overlooked you, you're about to be entrusted with something sacred. A transfer is coming, and it's being placed in your hands. There's a reason you're still breathing. There's a reason your name keeps rising in the spirit. There's a reason the storm didn't take you. The fire didn't consume you. The betrayal didn't finish you. Your survival was not random. Your name was circled in heaven. Before your mother knew you, before the trauma tried to define you, before the battles tried to erase you, heaven had already written a scroll with your name inscribed in light. And over that scroll stood Archangel Michael. He didn't stand there in silence. He didn't stand with apathy. He stood in reverence. He bowed before the purposes of God sealed over your life. Because the story you are living was preserved for such a time as this. Isaiah 43:2 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame scorch you. You passed through what should have overwhelmed you. You walked through what should have burned others to ashes. But here you are, not just standing, but anointed, not just recovering, but emerging. This is not your breakdown moment. This is your unveiling moment. And the veil that's being pulled back right now is revealing a survivor heaven never stopped watching. There were accidents that should have happened, but didn't. There were illnesses that should have overtaken you, but didn't. There were nights you shouldn't have made it through, but you did. Because God was with you, and angels were dispatched on your behalf. Not once, not twice, but repeatedly. You are standing inside the result of angelic intercession. Archangel Michael, the commander of heavenly hosts, stood between you and the forces that wanted you gone. He saw the trap. He saw the scheme. He saw the enemy's attempt to snuff out your light before it could shine. But heaven said, "Not this one." Heaven declared, "We will preserve them," because they carry legacy. You weren't just protected, you were preserved. There's a difference. Protection is about shielding in the moment. Preservation is about carrying a promise through the years. You are a promise carrier. You are a generation shifter. You are a bloodline restorer. And now, you are stepping into the reason you're still here. Say this with me: I was preserved for this moment. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You're not too far gone. You are on time for the exact appointment heaven scheduled when it circled your name. Can you feel it? Can you sense that this isn't just another message? This is a marking, a sacred moment in time where your spirit is being confirmed and your calling remembered. This is not about recovering from the past. This is about being revealed in the present. You didn't survive just to keep surviving. You were kept to now carry something sacred. The pain made you strong, but the preservation made you chosen. The delay deepened your roots. But now, the unveiling begins. This is not about being celebrated by people. This is about being recognized by heaven. And heaven is standing to its feet, because the one they preserved is finally rising. Archangel Michael is not only guarding you, he is announcing you. Heaven is not whispering your name. It is declaring it in the chambers of purpose. And this is the moment everything begins to make sense. Every near-death experience, every heartbreak, every unanswered question, every hidden prayer, every time you should have been destroyed, but were held instead. It all leads here. You were not just rescued, you were remembered, and now you're being revealed. So say this with holy confidence: I am here on purpose. I was preserved for this moment. Say it until it sinks into your bones. Say it until every lie breaks. Say it until every demon backs off. Say it until heaven echoes back, "Yes, child, you were preserved for this." And now, healing will finish its work. Restoration will seal your story. Peace will settle over your future, because in part 12, you will hear the words your spirit has been aching for. The healing is sealed. You are covered. Heaven's final benediction is coming, and it carries your name. You can rest now. The battle has shifted. The covering has deepened. The healing has begun, and it will not be undone. This was never just a message. This was a visitation. Heaven did not send you here by accident. You were drawn, summoned by something eternal. Because heaven wanted to make something very clear: you are covered. Psalm 121:8 declares, "The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore." That means when you rise in the morning, He is watching. When you lie down at night, He is keeping you. When your mind drifts to fear, He is shielding you. When your body aches, He is restoring you. When your past tries to whisper again, He silences it with truth. And tonight, He sent a messenger with wings and fire with scrolls and light with peace in one hand and protection in the other. Archangel Michael. And Michael bows tonight. He bows, not in worship of you, but in honor of what you endured, in reverence for the fire you walked through, in quiet recognition of your tears, your prayers, your survival. Heaven saw every moment you stayed silent to protect others. Heaven heard every whispered, "God, just get me through this." Heaven witnessed what no one else could, and heaven responded. That's what tonight was. A response, a release, a recovery. And now it's a seal. This healing that started in your bones, in your breath, in your blood, in your belly, it will not stop. Because heaven finishes what it starts. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not forgotten in the crowd. You are seen. You are chosen. You are covered. Your mind covered. Your emotions covered. Your sleep covered. Your home covered. Your family covered. Your future covered. There is nothing left for you to perform. Nothing left for you to prove. Nothing left for you to chase. Just receive. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breathing slow. Let your heart stop racing. You don't have to fight to be heard in heaven. You were already heard. And this message, this visitation, this presence you feel now, it's your confirmation. Even the moments of discomfort you felt during this word, the warmth in your chest, the pressure behind your eyes, the tingling in your hands, the peace flooding your room, it's all real. Heaven has touched down, and you have been marked. The healing is sealed. You are covered. Let these words wrap around you like soft blankets. You are not alone. You are not unworthy. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are the child heaven defended. You are the voice God remembered. You are the one the angels watched over. You are the vessel being restored. You are the warrior becoming whole. You are under divine surveillance. You are under divine restoration. You are under divine love. And now, you can sleep, not with worry, not with panic, not with exhaustion, but with peace. Because the work is already being done inside of you. Because the atmosphere around you has shifted. Because the angels have taken position. Because Archangel Michael is still standing near. Sword lowered, eyes flaming, guarding your door. You are safe. And tomorrow will rise with mercy. Because the covering you received tonight was not just for tonight. It was for your next season, your next yes, your next move. So rest, beloved. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to earn this moment. You don't have to understand everything right now. You only have to receive it. Just whisper, "Thank you, Lord. I receive this covering. I receive this healing. I receive this peace." And now, let your heart rest in this invitation. Come back tomorrow. This is not just a video. This is your sanctuary. Come back again and again. For covering, for clarity, for companionship with heaven. Heaven wants to meet you daily. Not with pressure, but with presence. Not to fix you, but to fill you. Not to correct you, but to cover you. So until tomorrow, let the seal be spoken once more, loud enough for hell to hear it and soft enough for your soul to believe it. The promise is sealed. You are protected. Now rest, covered, kept, held. We'll see you again right here, where heaven speaks and healing flows.